Hello, this is David Wilcock, and you're seeing Wisdom Teachings. This is my new program here on Gaiam TV. I am so excited to be here today.
So elated.
Every Monday, you're going to see a whole new program giving you practical tools that you can use today to help make your life better, to help get a job, to help sort out your relationships, practical things that will really improve the quality of your life. My focus in this program is to bring you the information that can set you free. Because I believe that we have been lied to. I believe that there are truths that have been hidden from us. And the only way we can really transform this planet and get the world that we all deserve is to have the truth. The knowledge was found originally in my book, Source Field Investigations. When I'm talking about the source field, I'm talking about the idea that space, time, energy, matter, and biology are created by a universal consciousness. The book, of course, Source Field Investigations, made it to the New York Times bestseller list for 3 weeks, peaking at number 16. In the Law of One material, they're not called dimensions, they're called densities. Densities are planes of existence that correspond to the chakras in the human body. Our body apparently represents a microcosm of this universal oneness that we are. That each of these chakras has a certain level of reality that it's connected to. First density, second density, third density are all visible to us. That's another very important point I want to say right off the rip, right off the rip, right off the rip, right off the rip. One of the most controversial subjects in ancient mystery school and ancient mysteries in general teachings is the idea that the Great Pyramid was built to immortalize an alignment that happens to be over 11,000 years ago. How do these people consistently levitate blocks of stone that can weigh 100 tons? Now, I want to share with you some interesting information now. What we see in today's world is a global adversary. I wrote an entire investigation about this called Financial Tyranny. I am suggesting that there is what we could call the cabal or the Illuminati. That term raises people's hackles on the back of their neck. Oh, I don't want to talk about that. Because secrecy isn't doing you any good, it isn't doing me any good. We had in 2011, Ron Paul, well, it wasn't until almost 100 years later that the secrecy finally broke and that we tore the lid off and looked inside at the squiggling creatures. Congressman Bernie Sanders is out there on the internet describing $26 trillion in bailouts. This is real. If you were to take that money and redistribute it back into infrastructure, guess what? You could solve world hunger for barely more than $1 billion, completely get rid of it. Now, if you talk to people in the cabal, they will say that they're concerned about overpopulation. There's a population bomb. And if they allow people to reproduce, then, oh, we're going to have this terrible problem and there's not going to be room for anybody on Earth. We're all going to be eaten to death. The population growth stabilizes and in many cases turns into zero population growth or even negative population growth. Their children are being born so that they have the hope of surviving when they get older. There is a mystery school tradition at the highest levels. And that mystery school tradition ultimately is Luciferian in nature. Whoa, what does that mean, Luciferian? It's as bad as you think, which I do not ascribe to. These cabal members actually put in the Washington Monument, which is the obelisk, the severed phallus of Osiris. The book is the Mystery School Teachings. So this all got started based on a very ancient misunderstanding. The Law of One material teaches us that the Atlantean teachings originally were positive, but that the people of that era lost touch with their core. And by losing touch with their core, the teachings which were originally positive were gradually contorted and moved over to the negative. So they weren't playing around. And what they did is they confiscated everybody's gold. It's only now that this is finally coming out there and seeing the truth. And on the same day that this show aired on Russian national television, January 16th, 2013, yours truly was featured in a documentary, and on that same day, Germany asks for their gold back from the Federal Reserve, and they wanted their gold back from France as well. The wisdom teachings that I'm going to be sharing with you here are very important. The cabal has, in fact, manicured scientific knowledge. I'm going to give you the tools that you need to energize your life, to live a spiritually awake life.
There is only one of us here. There is only identity.
So we will share this journey together. I will be your friend as we go through this, and I'm really looking forward to getting started. So thank you for being here this week. Tune in next week, and we're going to talk about the source field, non-local mind, energetic DNA activation, and how that biological universe is influencing you in your everyday life. I'm David Wilcock. This is Wisdom Teachings. Thank you so much for being here, and God bless you.